Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode or another live stream of the Bobby Legs and Friends Wednesday Night Watch Talk. I'm your host, Bobby Legs, as you guys know, coming in on a Wednesday, probably doing a watch soup either tomorrow or Friday. But I'm here on a Wednesday. Hey, listen, speaking of watch soup, my friend, uh, Watchdog Clayton, Watchdog Podcast Clayton, who's my co-host, he just came out with a podcast in the last couple of days, and I'm excited to get some time in and listen to it. Um, Sanjay, Engineer Wannabe, he has him. And so I was listening to the beginning of the episode, and they're breaking it down to like a two-parter. So that's going to be real exciting, and hopefully, we can get a good update on Sanjay. So he sounds good. I listened to the first few minutes, and I had to like cut it off and do something else, but I'm looking forward to keep on listening and seeing what Sanjay has added over in the collection over the last like year or so since he's gone MIA. I didn't realize that was like the 19th time that he appeared on Clayton's podcast. So amazing, amazing. I think I'm second. I think I'm second at four. Am I second? I'm second or third. I'm up there. I'm up there. I'm honored to be up there in Clayton's podcast lineup. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Um, let's say hello to some people in the chat, and then we'll talk over some new releases that caught my eye this week. Let's say hello to Marceau wearing the freak ass on wrist tonight. Awesome. Hey, Rick, good to see you. And Mr. Robert Wood Studio Audio is here. What's up, man? Good to see you, Rob. Joey B. Hey now. Yes. Caliber is here as well. Joey B wearing the Ultra Chron this evening. Longines. Joey Longines is here. And FP Wilson is here. What's up, Wilson? Wilson checking in. Good friend of the channel. Everybody here is a good friend of the channel. And I appreciate you guys' support over the years. Anyway, I've been wearing this device like, more so lately now than the Citizen. I'm in this phase where like I just like, um I can't wear this. Okay. So why not wear this on the other wrist and then a watch on this wrist? Okay, good question if you're thinking it. I have a tattoo here, right? And when I put on the wearable, the Fitbit on this wrist, it doesn't read my pulse. It can't read it, like my heart rate. So, which is a bummer because I can't, I kind of use the analytics. I know it's not like accurate when it tells you like, how many calories you burn or whatnot. I mean, it ballparks it. But I rely on that because like I'm on a in the last 2 months I've been going on I'm on a calorie deficit, right? So like I need to know how much I'm burning, roundabout, um, and so how much I can eat, right? Um, yeah, I mean it makes sense, right? Some dancing, but like I looked it up online and from what I've read, it shouldn't really matter. But for some reason it does. So now I wear this on my left wrist, right? And I can't really fit a watch on there, And I will not wear a watch on my right hand wrist. I don't know. Just I don't know. I don't know. It just feels wrong. I mean, I know some people, probably people here in the chat, do wear theirs on the right wrist. Hey, let me know. Does anybody here wear? No judgment. Not going to judge. Just want to know if you wear a watch on your right wrist. Hey, there's Rob, another Rob, Mountain Standard Time. What's up, buddy? Hello from beautiful Denver. Gorgeous day today. Yeah, it's been warming up here in the east. Like all the snow that we had in my area is pretty much gone. Further east, closer to the city, I'm sure it's probably gone by now, but it hung around because they got last week. They got a lot more snow than we did in that big storm. My mother-in-law lives like right across the river from Manhattan on the Jersey side, and she got like a good 2 feet. Meanwhile, we got 6 inches, and that never happens, right? Usually, where we are, we get hit harder with more accumulation, and it's colder by us. It's not as much concrete. We're at higher elevation as well. It's a lot of farmland and like hills around here. Um, we kind of like this parts of the, I guess, the Appalachians that run through here, right? Um, so um, but nothing very 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 high. We're talking about maybe like I'm probably like maybe like 200 or 300 feet above sea level, I think. And some of the mountains here, mountains, people around here, the locals around here call them mountains. It's probably maybe like 600, 700 feet. So nothing major around here anyway. MD Chaz, two wrists, two watches. Life is short. Okay. I'm a left-handed and I wear my watch on my right wrist. So I'm left-handed too. And I wear my watch on my left wrist. It's one of those things where like, uh, as a left-hander, and you can attest to this, Marceau, and but you seem to adjust it to it a little bit better than I have. Like in a righty world, we do things as left-handers, some things in a righty way. Like like I mean, I throw with my left hand. I write with my left hand, but I kick with my left foot. And I don't know if that's a righty lefty thing. But I do a lot of things on my left hand, on my right hand side as well, and that's just a adjustment, just living in a righty world, like right-handed scissors, that kind of stuff. My poor dad, my dad, he grew up in West Virginia, and like this is like, so my dad was, you know, man, he was in his early to mid 40s when he had me. Man, I can't believe that. Anyway, so he was like, it was like pre-World War II. West Virginia, like post depression. No, around the depression he was born. Right? Wow, it's crazy. He'd be 100 in 3 years. He would have been 100. Anyway, so he was left-handed. Like he was born lefty, and which I didn't know. I just remember him having really bad penmanship because he was writing with his right hand. And I asked him one day, I'm like, why is your penmanship so bad? You know? And he's like, well, I was left-handed, and the nuns would beat him if he used his left hand. So he had a right-handed, but he just never. He's just, oh man, the writing was terrible. The penmanship, oh, poor guy, poor guy. Um, I'm right-handed at everything except shooting pool. No idea why. Hey, Wayben's here. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot. There's a lot of things that I'm just like forgetting that I do with my right hand. That all right, that you know. I think I'm getting a little dangerous territory here. Maybe I'll change the subject here. Wayman says, did anyone make it to the intersect of New York? To intersect New York last night? I did not. I did not. Um, yeah, yeah. So going back to Clayton, check out his podcast if you want to hear what's going on with Sanjay. I'm still holding out that one of these days in the near future we can get Sanjay to do a watch suit for the old time's sake, because that's a lot of fun. Hey, another thing, talk about other stuff here other than watches for now. um has anybody been watching A Night of the Seven Kingdom? It's a one of those um Game of Thrones spin-offs, and there is a tie into one of the watches that we're looking at tonight. A buddy of mine said something about a watch that. Anyway, um, I've been watching it. Saw the six episodes. I mean, I hope they're pretty good. They're half an hour long, and I'm not giving anything away, but it's during an era like in between House of the Dragon and the Game of Thrones. Era. So it's like right, kind of like right just before give the Game of Thrones era. There's some characters. There's a character that is in this one that's mentioned in the next one in the Game of Thrones. Um, Half hour long. It's really trippy because with House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. I wish, oh man, I wish Chaz from the Berg was here. Um, the music is very like epic sounding, right? Well, in this series, there's like there's a couple songs like there's like it reminds me of like Western, like an old Western show, like some of the songs, and there was like some jazz being played in the beginning of the last episode, so it was a very uncharacteristic of the other two Game of Thrones series, right? And no intro, like no nothing like that in this one. Anyway, so not sure if you guys have caught it. I recommend it, and now that I'm all caught up, I'm looking for another show to watch. I think I'll give. I think there's a third season of Tehran in Apple, and that's kind of like a spy show. Um, kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like weird at what's going on in Iran now that this show is coming on. I'm sure that there's no coordination, obviously, but looking forward to. I love the spy stuff. Anyway, okay, moving on. You guys are here talking about want to talk about watches. Anyway, a couple releases came out this week that really caught my eye, and the first one here is Ming, uh, the 5404 Phoenix. Um, you know, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, when Ming came to light, maybe it was like 6 or 7 years ago, whenever it was. I was really interested in those timepieces and design. I really liked them. It was different, and I liked what they were doing. But then they lost me, during the last couple years, and part of it had to do with like kind of the hoops you had to jump through to get one, and just like feeling like that was kind of just like, like it wasn't like, I don't know, the way they ran that, and maybe I'm overthinking it or being overcritical. I just didn't like it. But this one is pretty cool. I dig the way this watch looks, and going back to Game of Thrones, my our friend Joey Chen, like, I was in a chat group with him, and he said that this is very Game of Thrones like. I guess maybe the dial reminding him of the throne of the Game of Thrones. I don't know, but whatever it was at the time, I was like, oh yeah, I could totally see it. So good looking watch, right? I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at some of the specs on this one. So it's the 57.04 Phoenix. Is a destro left-handed monopusher chronograph that serves as more monochromatic restrained follow-up to the previously released Iris model. Key details of this release includes design and case aesthetics, features the tonal structure with the anthracite gray sun ray brush dot, which I think this is my favorite part of this watch, and the negative relief cutouts. Also, this part as well, right? Um, while mostly monochromatic, it remains a color shifting, multi-phasic coating on the base plate that reveals pops of color depending on the light. The dimensions are 40 millimeter diameter, just under 12 millimeter case thickness, and a 47.8 lug to lug. Construction is a 316L stainless steel that uses a complex 9-piece steeped lug construction or stepped lug construction inspired by Art Deco. Configuration, the destro layout, right, the left-handed, an integrated chronograph monopusher located at the 9 o'clock. It's a Salida for Ming, the SW 562.M1 hand wound. And the functions there. 60-hour power reserve, 100-meter water resistance. Lume features a super luminova Ming polar white for high visibility. 100 pieces, 6250 to 7250 depending on the strap or bracelet. I mean, not bad. Not bad. I mean, probably a little overpriced, but whatever. I mean, like, not egregiously overpriced in my opinion. It's a Ming. They have a following. It's limited to 150 pieces for this year. I think I like this one. It's the first. It's really the first Ming in a really long time that I kind of like, and I'm like trending to liking this like monochrome, like, color palette anyway lately. So this really, um you know gets me going there. Um, Wilson, loving the Ming. So is Maurice, Marceau, sorry. And Duffy, Mr. James Duffy, I love me a mono pusher chronograph. Yeah, very, very, very cool. Very cool. Okay, moving along. Speaking of chronographs, Hanhart. I mean, this came out uh, today. I think this is like a Hodinkee collab. And this is a 417 um, chrono desert pilot. I like this one too, man. I mean, man, I love me and Hanhart. And I love the 417, and I really like this display, this color combination here. You get this in a 39 and a 42. Just a cool dang watch. It's a cool watch, right? So we have a limited edition pilot's chronograph that marks the first time the brand has produced a 417 collection in titanium. That's right. This is a titanium. I forgot about that. The model is inspired by the sand-colored aesthetics of Hanhart's contemporary Primus Desert Pilot, but utilizes the vintage design language of the 1950s original. Um, Case material, the grade 5 titanium with a sandblasted matte finish. Dimensions, 39 and 42. As we mentioned, they both have the 13 millimeter case thickness. Um, with the crystal. The movement is a Salida 5100M manual winding column wheel flyback chronograph. It offers a minimum of 58-hour power reserve, and it's regulated in-house to 0 to +8. Dial, of course, is a sand colored biconvex layout with the black Arabic numerals with syringe style hands. The bezel's bidirectional, 100 meters, is not frictionless. The bezel. Anti-magnetic features soft iron inner case protecting it to 16,000 AMs. Well, look at that. Key features subtle loom on the hands of numerals with it treated with a super luma. Strap is paired with a sand colored rubber strap with a woven texture. Let me see. Let me get rid of that there. Um, and a titanium pin buckle. Technical look, the sandblasted titanium provides a modern stealth instrumental character compared to traditional polish. Now it's limited to 200 pieces. So you're looking at 2,990 euros. I think I saw this also on Watch Buys, and is it right? 30 was it 3,700? I saw USD. I think I want to say it was 3,700. Anyway, that's kind of like pricey for 417, but hey, it's limited to 200, and I think this is a collab. Is it a collab with Hodinkee? I think it might be. Or let me just make sure. I don't want to give you guys some bad info there. Um, or maybe because I just saw it on Hodinkee's IG. Um, anyway, yeah, I don't think it is. Okay. Um, Needs a red to be on a red bunch with a red be on a bunch strap. You mean a bunch strap? Okay. With a red pusher. Yeah, I mean I could dig that. I dig that. Let's take a look. I can see that. And he says it's been hard to follow any other watch news besides Jeff McMahon's 20 daily posts about his new frogman lately. Oh man, I saw he has a video. I should check it out and see. I like the Frogman. Maybe is he obsessed with it? Is that what's going on? He's turned a new leaf. He's going to get rid of all his Seikos and Citizens. Um, I really like the Primus Desert Pilot. This one is too. This one's cool too. Yeah, the Primus Desert Pilot is pretty cool. I like this better. I'm a 417 guy. I got to admit. I like the chronograph. I just think it's a really good look. They've come out with several different variations of the 417 that really I think are amazing. And now I don't know if this is a price point shift that's happening here, but and I realize this is limited, so it's on the higher end a little bit. But I've always felt like the 417 was also a very very affordable timepiece, provided that based on what it provides you, with the column wheel chronograph, manual one, which I'm a big fan of, and just the overall aesthetic and look of it. It just screams like German pilot watch, or pilot chrono. So, big fan of the 417, and I really enjoy these. I do, I do. Um, Anything else that came out? Let's take a look. I'll share my screen here, and we'll go through um, Monochrome, see what they got. Okay, hands-on on Nomos Tangenti. I don't think that's new. Introducing the Serica Reef. Um, Look, I like Serica. I do. I do. I'll admit it. They I saw them at the Wind Up show this past fall, and some of their watches were just very very cool. I like their GMT. This one's a really interesting dial here. You have a California with a Thai twist. So I guess those are characters, Thai characters, for maybe the hour numbers, I'm guessing. Uh, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, like I personally wouldn't necessarily go for something like this, but I think it's a nice little, you know, one off if they or a special edition here. Um, Powered by the ETA 2824 and the Salida 200. Wait, it's an alternative. Sorry, the Soprod. Oh, it's got a Soprod. Yeah, some issues with Soprod movements. I've heard 42-hour power reserve, but it is Konami certified by Kosk. Interestingly enough, um, 1,190 euro, 200-meter water resistant. Okay, screw case back, screw down crown. A nice little field watch. Sure. Um, 42-hour power reserve. Hey, I mean, limited to 100 pieces. Look, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I dig it. It's different. It's a different twist to a California dial that I haven't seen, and I think it's really really cool. Um, let's see here. Let's take a look at a couple more before we call it a night. Citizen, Norquain, nope. Um, these were from a few days ago. The Ruby Stone dial from the Armored Strom mirrored Forest Resonance. Let's check what the Dink's got. Who's that guy? Um, yeah, I mean nothing exciting. I don't know. Nothing exciting in the last couple days. Um, I like the Serica, but pass on the tie dye. Yeah, I mean it's not for everybody. They only made 100 of them, so it'll definitely be for like 100 people, right, Joe? I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? Um, Man, but they had like a really killer um GMT. Let me see. I don't know if they make it anymore. It was like a brown. They had one, the brown dial variant. Oh man, it was so hot. Did I just say that? It's so hot. Um, let me cue it up here. Let me set it up here for you guys. Internet moving slow, bro. Accept. Let me hear. Holy cow. We are moving slow. Okay. Share screen. Okay, we'll do like one of these hands-on articles. So this is not the variation that I'm talking about. I don't know if they have the variation that I like in here, but this is the black dial. Um, I think it's a good looking watch. Yeah, and the brown is just like, oh, it's so good. Man, I really want to find it. I really want to find it. Uh, let's see here. Oof. Man, I don't know why we're moving so slow today. Yeah, this one, and but this picture doesn't even do it justice. Can we get it closer? Darn it. I mean, like, I mean, okay. I feel like I hyped it up, and it's not. These images are not delivering. Anyway, you see it in person, and it works. It works for me anyway. Um, I think the new Raymond Wow Millis, whatever tuxedo dials are fun, but you might have covered that last week. Warner and Wound reviewed it on their website. Thanks, Floyd. The brown desert red GMT is great. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think like four people dropped from the street. I can't pronounce Millisime, Milsime, Millesime. Is that Italian? I love how they do the numbers on their GMT bus. I agree. Yeah, I mean it's just it's 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 so cool. Um, let's see here. Yeah, love those numerals. Um, yeah, that's cool, and I love that lollipop second GMT hand right over here, right over here by the eight. Again, very cool. Milasim. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. Milasim. Well, anyway, hey guys, listen. I'm gonna call it a night. My internet connection is really slow. It's getting frustrated, and I don't want to frustrate you guys either with that. But hey, look, I appreciate you guys getting together with me this evening to check out a couple of new releases, and I promise either today or tomorrow we'll have an episode of Watch Soup with Clayton and I. Check out his interview with our man engineer wannabe Sanjay. I think it's going to be a good one. It's a two-part. He's going to split into two parts because there's so much to talk about. Anyway, guys, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.